Alright, so part 4 of my review for Astra Militarium 504 Spartan here. I am back after a hell of a week. So I'm back. Alright, so I just quickly realized that we have Commissar Gamsa here in the cover. So for those who play IG or Astra Militarium and we're all in the Legion of Gamsa, he's still there. I'm gonna just give a quick shout out to Gamsa. Keep it up, dude. I know you've been going through rough times. I think a few of us are. For me, I had a few things, but not compared to what you've been going through. So, you're a very strong person. So I know you could handle almost anything. You're tough as hell. So I admire you for that. You do a very good job. So let's continue with part 4. Now that my shout out has been done. Now part 4, I'm talking about the following two things: troop choices, and I'm talking about the transports. Now this is where lots of debate has been going on for the past month. And this is gonna be my opinion. I'm gonna put most of my stuff as my opinion, and some stuff that I agree, and some stuff that I disagree. In this case, let's go over with the easy stuff: the infantry platoons, the troop choices. So not really much has changed here. The only thing that's changed in troop choices is some content got removed. And by content I mean heroes. Like if you could see right here, back in the days, aka last codex, you could run a different type of lieutenant, aka platoon commander. There was, I think, 2 options. There was the Captain Al-Rahim and what's his name? Chenkov. Yes, you get Commander Chenkov, and it was pretty decent. I actually remember those units. I never seen anyone play the first one, Al-Rahim. I never seen anyone play that. However, I seen Chenkov in the field, and sending no next wave is nice, but I'd rather have more bodies than that option. And I'll explain it right now. So your troops are the same thing as before. You have to, for the infantry platoon, it needs to be made out of 1 platoon command squad, 30 points, and 2 to 5 infantry squads. So 130 points for 25 units. That's actually very good. The points have kept the same. I think the only thing that changed here is the upgrades have gone down in points. And now our sergeants can pick range weapons. If you could see right here, I'm sorry about the glare. Now the range weapons are basically this option, all these options. So basically our sergeants can now pick bolters. Yes, a bolt gun right there. And my best opinion is to give the sergeant your bolter. If you have like a point remaining, or like if you have like 1 or 2 points remaining, I would just give the sergeant a bolter. Now the $1 million question is, how on earth are you gonna put a bolter in your guardsman? Now I'm gonna show you how, because this is where the big hitter is. Now I have this huge thing nowadays to carry my entire army for Imperial Guard, so I'm gonna be using that, and from now on. And Jesus Christ, that thing is huge. I'm gonna show you the sergeants that I have. Sorry about this, kind of getting back. Thankfully I'm back. And Also, I just want to make a quick announcement that a lot of people has been asking me what is my stand between GW and me. Um, that's another video for another day, and I will probably make a video right after this, explaining that. So yeah, and here's my 4 sergeants, and they used to be normal guardsmen, with bolters. Now, how the hell did I do that? Now, look nice, huh? Sure, it's not painted the as best as I want it, but they look nicely painted, in my opinion. I could run them normally, and without being like scared about it. All right, so what I did is use the guards, your normal IG guard box. Grab the one with the left arm, and then you have to buy the conversions for the right arm. The conversions for the right arm, you have to get them from the Scout Marines box. In my opinion, the best box of converting Imperial Guardsmen. Especially if you want to get Harker, which I will be talking about him in a few minutes actually. So yeah. It's, instead of paying like, I don't know, how much is Harker? Like 15, I think? Yeah, $15 online, a GW exclusive. You could get all of this for 25. Like all these conversions. You could also do shotguns as well. You could also have shotgunners like this, but I don't suggest it. I prefer bolters are the best choice in this case. Now this one was pretty rough. This one's I did like years ago. We're talking about like 6-7 years. What I did is I cut off the hand part of the scout and this guy, and I put the little grip on from the normal bolter like that. Now it kind of looks bad now that I see it from nowadays, but hey, that's what I used to do. And it looks battle damage, I guess. Yeah. But in the end, they look nice. And Strength 4 AP 5 is way better than a little last pistol. So definitely give them that bolter. You need that range. Imperial Guard's all about shooting. If you're going to the assault, you're doing something that is not right. I say, yeah, give them 1 point. Come on, guys. You guys gotta give them. So yeah, I got my 4 sergeants ready. Brand new sergeants. Ready to go. And they've been recently gotten new paint coat, so I'm expecting them to do well. How well, I got no clue. But let's continue. So yeah, everything is almost the same. The things that lower points, I think, from before is actually the heavy weapons team. They're now 45 points. I think they used to be 60, but they had at least mortars. My opinion, they're still the same points because they come with nothing. You need to upgrade them with something. So they're still 60 points basically, because 5 points in mortar plus 15 and 45 will be 60. So you will have 60 points, still the same cost. Doesn't matter. Special weapons team actually went down in points. It used to be a little bit more. I don't remember how much it was, but you still must upgrade them with 3 special weapons. It's okay. I want to take like 1 or 2. I don't run platoons, by the way. I just run veterans, but I'll talk about those in a bit. Worth it? Probably. You want to run more like, I don't know, plasma guns, melta guns, or you could combine them with the Vendetta. It's actually not a bad option. Conscripts. I have one of my friends who play Imperial Guard as well. He loves conscripts to death. Reason why? Now they went down in points. They're 3 points a model. 3 points a model. For a toughness 3, 1 wound, 5 up armor save. Sure, ballistic skill 2, weapon skill 2. But you could add up to 50 conscripts. So that's a crap ton of bodies. You have 50 conscripts in one. It's a blob of bodies. Now, I don't think even a Termagon or Ormagon brood. Excuse me. Oh god. God damn it, I hate these mornings. A Termagon brood, a Hormagon brood, they will not do anything. They can't even go up to that amount of bodies. It's way too much. Is it overflow? Yes. Is it a good thing to cap objectives? Yes. Is it worth it? That's the big question. In my opinion, I always like quality over quantity. So, but running so many guard, you just might. The only suggestion I would do out of this is keep them in cover. Keep them in cover as much as you can, because their leadership's leadership 5. Thankfully, you could put a commissar with these guys. Then it'll be leadership 9 and stubborn. So I would say that's a pretty good option. Conscripts are gonna be powerful. Give them the order: first rank fire, second rank fire. You could have up to 150 shots. 150 shots. Imagine that. 150 shots. Okay, you're rolling 5 wound. That's fine. And if you give them primary psyker, 150 shots plus reroll to hit. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. You will be getting those 5s and 6s. I guarantee you that. And if you're gonna be playing conscripts, like platoon wise infantry stuff, prepare yourself to get a crap ton of dice. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot. Even if you're gonna go by waves of dice, you're still gonna need a lot. So yeah. Now let's go to the normal stuff. So we have what I really like in this troop section: the veterans. Veterans are now 60 points. They have the same stuff as before. 10 per squad. Once again, you could give them range weapons, aka bolters. So sergeant with bolters are good, especially at BS4. So you're basically a space marine when you're using your shots. That's very good. Any veteran can actually replace his last gun for a shotgun once more. You could do this. 2 veterans can take, basically you could replace 2 of them for a heavy weapons team. And let me just list all of this, and I'll talk about what I need to talk about from here. There's so much to talk about. Carapace armor, 15 points now. Grenadier's option, of course. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's worth it. For sentries, they give camo gear and snare mines. Camo gear is good. Snare mines is okay. And demolition team, 30 points, hasn't changed. You get melta-bombs, and one of the dudes carry a TNT, basically. He becomes like the wannabe, what's it called? Wannabe Marbo. Yeah. So that's pretty neat if you're going in a fun army. Now here's the thing. You could still run 3 special weapons, unlike the rumors that you can only run 2. Yes, you can only run 2 if you're running a heavy flamer. So now you can run 2 heavy flamers, which is, in my opinion, I think is very, very solid. Heavy flamer, strength 5, AP 4, ignores cover template. Holy crap. That gives them a big boost. Especially the boost that is now 60 points instead of 70. So it's 6 points a model. 1 more point than a normal guardsman. That is very good. For 1 more point investment, I'd rather run these guys. Because the Ballistics 4, BS4, all these amount of options that you could do, insane amount of options. Now this is what I love doing, the Aegis defense line. Giving these guys an autocannon or a last cannon, okay? Give them 3 plasma guns, or anything you really like. 3 plasma guns or 3 melt guns. Or even 3 grenade launchers. Strength 6 AP4 is actually decent. It's actually very good. And they're cheap, because they're still 5 points a model. Or 3 snipers. 2 points per upgrade for sniper. That is very good. You're shooting at 3s to hit. Okay, if you roll a 6 precision shot, even better. Basically, you 360 no scope, for those who you don't know. Yeah, and Grenadiers and forward sentries are actually decent. Grenadiers, of course, my best option. 15 points now, ridiculously good. Now, for 7.5 points a model, you're getting carapace armor, BS4. You're basically getting the stats of a Tempest. Ridiculously, yes. Ridiculously good. Good. Now, if you're gonna keep them hiding, and you wanna put, like, for example, Gunnery Sergeant Harker, I say forward sentries are the best in that case. Why? Camo gear. +1 on your cover save, so you'll have a 6-up in the open. But with the Aegis defense line, you will have a 4-up with the Aegis defense line. Plus that 1, you'll have a 3-up cover save. You'll be a squad of Marines, basically. Shooting an autocannon, 3 plasma guns, a heavy bolter, so you have 2 heavy weapons in that squad. Harker is a good 55 points. Yes and no. Yes, he still has his heavy bolter that has relentless, so you can move him from place to place. His heavy bolter now has rending. Is that good? It's okay. It's not the best deal. Unfortunately, here's the bad side. He cannot infiltrate anymore, which is very sad. I'm like, no, please no. No more feel no pain, which is very sad as well, because that's the thing that kept him alive, in my opinion. And he does not give camo cloaks for free, which sucks. But in that case, for 10 more points, I say, yeah, camo cloaks, you could still give them to him. So he's been nerfed. Why? I have no clue. Only a few people ran Harker. I know I ran Harker, especially in my mini wargaming game. I loved it. Harker was a star. He was the star of the show. This asshole was completely a good star of the show. And yes, you can make him out of Scout Marines squad. Save a little bit of money there by doing all these combos and everything that I'm telling you guys to do. It's a pretty good job. Pretty good idea to get a conversions box, basically. plus free models. That's basically what it is. Scout Marine box for the Imperial Guard Army is actually free models and a crap ton of conversions. So yeah, you could do a lot of nasty combos with the veterans. That's why I really run them. That's why my entire 501st Legion is all veterans. Because they're so good, and I see so much potential for them. Do I see potential for the infantry platoons? Absolutely. And I don't know. For me, I decided these guys. Cheap troop choices. You buy one box. Boom. You're done. You have a troop choice. Buy another box. Boom. You're done. Or buy the old battle force. Two squads of guardsmen. One command squad. There goes your 1 HQ and 2 troops. And the heavy weapon squads, you can make them into... If you don't want to play, for example... You want to replace them for a heavy weapons team, by far, go ahead. It's actually a very good idea. So yeah, I think it's the troop choices are still solid. Especially with a primary psyker, even better, so you don't have to be afraid of gets hot. If you gets hot, okay, reroll. No big deal. Alright, now, the dedicated transports. Now that I rambled for 20 minutes on the troop choices. Dedicated transports, this is the big debate so far in this codex. The biggest debate in this codex. Chimera. The Chimera is 65 points. It used to be 55 points. It went up by 10 points basically for no reason. The biggest thing that it got is now you could run las gun arrays. Is basically your guardsmen inside will be shooting the little turrets from the sides of the Chimera and go pew 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 and then shoot people. Big deal? Not really. Doesn't do nothing. Transport capacity 12 models is still there. Amphibious mobile command vehicle, so it's good with your command squads. The Astra Militarium vehicle equipment has changed. Now there's like there's something similar to the beacons that the Space Marine have. So if you deep strike in that vicinity of 6 inches, it will come in without scattering. Replace heavy bolter. Basically the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as before. 10 points more. So they got a boost in points, which is not good. I could see why GW made that way, just to buy the Taurox and everything. Now, here's the debate: Taurox versus a Chimera. Which one's the better vehicle? Now, let's analyze the Taurox. The Taurox is 50 points cheaper than Chimera for a specific reason. Front armor 11, side and rear armor 10, 3 whole points. It's just a normal vehicle. It's basically a truck. Now it has a twin-linked autocannon, unlike the multi-laser. It can re-roll its dangerous terrain test. And it basically has the same upgrades as the other one. AB11. Ah, God, those numbers. AB11, AB10. My opinion, the Taurox has less firepower than the Chimera, just by one shot, basically. And a heavy bolter. If you're gonna keep a Chimera still, you're gonna have multiple shots, a pretty good ballistic skill. But you wanna use your mobility. You wanna move with that Chimera or Taurox. So for mobility, I say the Taurox is better. However, both of them, in my opinion, fail because they are first blood magnets. They're like, come, hey, here, I'll give you first blood for free. Why? Because you're gonna get shot one shot. Boom, it's gonna blow up. Or boom, it's gonna get glanced to death. Easy targets, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not gonna last. Especially the Taurox is more expensive than a Rhino, which is, in my opinion, a little bit embarrassing. Rhino has at least AV12, and it's 35 points. Hell, even a drop pod, AV12 all around, 35 points. Way faster than the Taurox. And sure, it can be open top, but who cares? You already used it. Its purpose has been done. The Taurox, you have to move in turn by turn in order to use it. The twin link autocannon is neat. You'll get 2 shots though. Multi-laser, I say, is better because you have strength 6, AP dash, I think. 3 shots instead of 2. So at least you get 1 more shot. And remember, well, if you've missed with the autocannons, you can always re-roll it. But is it really that powerful and effective? I don't think so. Chimera also, I don't think it's powerful and effective. They're fast. You gotta use them appropriately fast. Like, you gotta get to the other side of the board or to an objective quickly. I would say keep the Taurox in reserve, keep the Chimera in reserve until like turn 2 or 3. Then you just go in flat out. So that way you already guarantee yourself first blood. and then you just focus on the objectives. Taurox Prime, only Tempestus can get this. BS4, same stats as the normal Taurox. However, this thing is a fast transport, and I'll talk about it in like 1 minute or two. 80 points. It's more expensive. Crap. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Now, Taurox Prime, instead of its twin link autocannon, it has two weapons: Taurox battle cannon and a twin link hotshot volley gun. Now, is the same thing as the Taurox basically. However, fast, that means it could fire both of its weapons. Yeah, it could fire both of its weapons. Good? Yeah, I could say it's better than the Taurox and the Chimera. However, the Taurox battle cannon's autocannon, small blast autocannon. That's basically what it is. It's not worth it. I would say you have to upgrade them, unfortunately, either to the Gatling cannon, which is a heavy 10. It's actually very good. 3s to hit at strength 4 AP dash. So it's basically anti-infantry. 10 shots. 10 shots is gonna kill something. Or the Taurox missile launcher for 20 points. Now, it's basically a Cyclone missile launcher for those Space Marine players. 2 shots of... It's 2 missile launchers, basically. Worth it? Better, yes. Better than the battle cannon. Actually, both upgrades are better than the battle cannon. And you can replace the hotshot volley gun for a twin link autocannon, which I say it's the better choice because you're hitting it on 3s, and you don't want to you want to have better firepower. So I say run it with the autocannons, run it with the Gatling or missile launcher if you're gonna run it. If you're not gonna run it, don't even bother. 80 points is way too much for an AV-11 transport. In that case, I would just save a few more points. Get a Valkyrie. A Valkyrie does better shot. It is a very good anti-infantry vehicle anyways, so... But yeah, this is a big debate. I just put my opinions about each one of these. Tauroxes, once again, they're slow. Taurox Prime, so it's a little bit better, but it's still gonna get shot. All these 3 vehicles, their weakness is they're weak. The best one out of here, I say the Chimera for standard troops. Taurox Prime, I don't really care about them that much. But yeah, that's what I have to say. Part 5 will be coming soon. Also, yeah, like I said before, I have a few Q&A questions that I've been recently asked. And I'm curious to actually put my stand out there and say what I have to say. By the way, just quick note, I don't really get mad at GW or anything, so just letting you know. And I'll explain why. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Please subscribe. Sorry that I was gone for a while. And I still have to finish this stuff. Once I finish, I will be playing a few games now that I have time. And I will actually discuss the models that I want to discuss one by one and why do I run them. Right, so I'll see you guys in the next video.